Why are you in the business, man? Why are you in the business?
Eh?
Why are you in the
Which,
business? I just finished
now I know that's
bottling.
some herbal tea.
Yeah, some a mixture there that I'm drinking. So we are
Okay.
together live people. And this is my real brother. Like 100% real.
We have a big brother. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
you're
I have a lot
speaking
of
about.
fake brothers out there, you know.
Oh, yeah, there's one of them. There's one of them.
So go
Is the
ahead.
next one that will teach you.
Huh?
Mm. I say, yeah, the next one is a big time teacher and instructor, exercise instructor, yeah, out
Yeah,
in New York. Mm.
yeah, you know health and fitness run in the blood, you know. So
Hey, it runs somewhere.
yeah, for real. So go ahead and tell the people about yourself and let's just roll with this.
Well, what can I say? My name is Gennis Bernard, Gennis, like Genesis or Gennis. And I'm originally from Trinidad and Tobago, living up here in Newark, New Jersey. I've been here since 2006. And just bringing health and wellness to myself first and then to others.
Yes, yes. And that's basically how I started. Just self-taught on the health and wellness side, and that's how the royal womb was created because I wanted to heal myself from within. So today, a lot of guys have been reaching out to me because they're having a lot of issues. So what information can you share as to what it is the men can do so that they can start to walk that path of healing themselves from within?
Well, most time when you talk about men and men problems, it's only one thing come to mind with men. They always think about the sexual aspect of their health. They could be going fine, they don't care about that. So if you're talking about men having an issue, it's only one issue or one problem they want to deal with, really. That is all they want to hear. It's about the
Yeah.
sexual organ, and the prostate and stuff like that. But basically what they want to do is start changing the diet. Not so much what they want to start cutting out certain things from their diet, especially a lot of starch and blood and processed foods. Things like eggs, especially the egg whites, because
Oh,
men because of that, thinking they're getting protein.
yeah. Yeah.
When the egg white is really nonsense. It's really glue that is used to make good pastries. There's nothing in there, and so it's clogged in the arteries because you need blood flow. A lot of processed food, a lot of alcohol, beer. It's all garbage that we eat, the world over. And so they want to start a really change. And one of the key things is drinking water, good clean water,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Whether you're getting it from some supermarket or some, you have your own filtration system. But the key to this whole thing too is water and getting good whole foods, right? They could also drink certain herbs like the sopramento, the
Okay.
nettle, the nettle root, the pygeum bark, the chickweed. Chickweed is a very good herb.
I know.
Very good for everybody. It
Yeah.
cleans the arteries.
Mm-hmm.
It helps people who doing weight loss and stuff like that because it's good for like cravings. When you're talking about cravings or addiction, whether it be sex addiction, food addiction. So the chickweed it actually cleanses the arteries, and once you have good clean arteries, you have good circulation.
Yeah.
Once you have good circulation, you can perform, and so chickweed is very, very good. So drinking that herbal tea chickweed is very good. Drinking the supplemento, the pygeon bark, the nettle root, Damiana. Damiana is also good, very good for men and the woman. And any herb that's high in natural iron because
Yeah.
that's what we run on. And also what affects the prostate is lack of vitamin D. So people need to start to get into that sunshine.
Yeah.
If you're scared because of what you were told about cancer and the sun, you know, that radiation coming from the sun at 528 megahertz, that vibration is perfect. If you're scared, then go into the sun early in the morning, go into the sun late in the evening. If it's in the middle of the day, you could do 15 minutes or so or whatever, but get that vitamin D in, because the solar panel, which is the skin, is going to absorb that. And, you know, that's going to help not just the prostate, but the entire body. It's good for, you know, cancer and stuff like that, because everything is a deficiency.
Yes.
Once you're low in anything, it's going to cause an imbalance, because the body is perfectly balanced and aligned. And so once we get deficient, then it causes an imbalance, and then different things shows up in the body, you know, staying away from stress as much as possible, and just trying to eat as clean as possible. You know, the more processed a food is, the more you want to stay away from it. If you like processed food, then what you want to do is read the ingredients, and the less ingredients in there, the better it is. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I say, if you can't pronounce the ingredients on the package, just walk away. You know what I mean? Like on a reel, because it's something in there that you don't want to digest anyway.
Right.
Because they covering it with a big ass word.
Right. Yeah. Oh, so we could say ass on the podcast and all that. Huh? All right. Hey.
I'm just saying, you know, and another thing that I like that you touched on was bringing up the water. And people don't understand how important water intake is. Yesterday, I was just happened to quote a show called DIY Science, and they were away from a car. And once you get by a certain distance away, the alarm don't work. But what the guy did was he walked with a bottle of water, and by putting the alarm next to the bottle of water, the car was able to open. That's because the electricity that running through the water, and that's what we need, because everything is shutting down because we don't have the water to fuel the electricity that we need so that we can start to break down all of this that's going on. What is your take?
No, well, that's so true, because you know, water, we like 87% water, you know, and yeah, sometimes we're really thirsty, but we think we're hungry. So we keep eating, and the foods we eating is actually feeding the tummies or your belly, or wherever you want to call it, and it's not feeding your cells. You know, and people tend to eat and drink, but then when they do drink, they drink juice and stuff like that. You could drink water, because water is compatible with the food. You cook your food with water. When the rice, before you cook the rice, it's dry. Then when you cook the rice, it's swollen up. The moment it starts bursting is because it's overhydrated, so it splits. If it don't split, then it's fully saturated. And that's why it gets puffed up, because you need to put water back into anything you're doing. Talking about watching documentaries, one time I was watching, you know, the documentary with NASA, and how they, you know, the astronaut go into space, and the food they eat. And it's all dehydrated food. And what they do, they have a machine, so it's all vacuum sealed. And before they eat that food, they put it in this machine, and it pumps like hot steam or hot water into it. And so when they pump, they have steak, they have everything you could think about on that rocket or whatever. And it comes out fresh. You swear it coming from a kitchen, like it's just made. But they put water back into everything. So if you're eating nuts or dry fruits, you know, it's dehydrated, and hydra means water. So guess what? It's missing water. So if you're eating nuts or prunes or figs or dates, you have to drink water. Otherwise, it's not a whole food. then you're going to be dehydrating your body, you're going to be dehydrating your cells, and dehydrating your brain and your entire body.
Yeah.
Because electricity is, it's conducted through water and salts, the different salts, the mineral salts. And so that's what it is. Without water, the planet is predominantly water and
Okay.
salt. That.
So on my end here, I offer the king steam, and it does have a lot of the herbs that you spoke about earlier. The chickweed, the nettle, the saw palmetto. It have a lot of those herbs, and what that does, it helps to not only shrink the prostate, it helps to improve the prostate, it helps to bring back circulation into the male reproductive unit, and all the good stuff. It support the hemorrhoids and stuff like that. So in conjunction to my male steam, king steam, a steam, what do you have that can go hand in hand with what it is I doing, so that we can help the male, stay on that path of holistic wellness and just keep their male reproductive unit operating at 100%.
Well, I mean, we have several things. I mean, well, I actually cook, a holistic diet, whole food diet. And then I also make products like I have a testomos, which is the testosterone, is the male hormones. Then I also have an estromos, which is for females. Basically, what that consists of is the main ingredient is the Irish sea moss or the current scriptures with the bladder wrap, and then I put a couple of those herbs that I talk about.
Okay.
And the concept came about through, I must mention, Dr. Sebi.
Of course.
So based on what he was talking about, what he brought to the people, him and his wife, Ma'a, and now the work is being continued still by Ma'a and the family. Well, you have different families, so they all doing the thing, whether it's true on the Ma'a side or whoever, but they all continuing in some way, form, or fashion, bringing health to the people. You could see them up there talking, in various little groups and pockets, and so everybody doing the thing, So based on that, what he was saying, I started making certain things, because I used to listen to Dr. Sebi heavy. I was able to go to at least 2 of his lectures, one in Jersey here and one in Philly. The first one was in Philly.
Okay.
I went there and listened to him, and it was very informative as always. So Dr. Sebi is really top. Dr. Lila Africa too. He's the first guy that actually started to really listen to before I knew. African Holistic Health, and it's a lot of great people doing stuff out there, and they help everybody or different people. Everything don't work for everybody for whatever reason.
Yes.
But maybe they never follow instructions properly or whatever. But somebody could point to somebody that really helped them.
Okay.
Gotta do, as opposed to getting involved in who better than who, or who do this, or who lie, or who, So once I do the plant-based thing, I cool with it. And so that's where that came about. And I know it worked, not because I am saying it, but because I have repeat customers on the product, on the estromos, and on the testomos.
Okay.
So that's how I work things out. And sometimes what I would do is, when I sell maybe the first 1 or 2 batches, for whatever reason, sometimes I may not have it again, or I may not make it for a short period of time. And then keep coming back and saying, look, I need to get our product. When you're going to have it, when you're going to have it. Because you want to see if it really doing something. Because that check things, via repetition through repeat customers. You understand? But if somebody don't come back or whatever, then okay, this product. But the moment you have, and it's in demand because the people say it's doing what it's designed to do. You get energy even the Irish moss butter wrap, which I make in a gel form, the woman was telling me, she noticed when she go take it, she start by getting her hot flashes, because at the end of the day, who knows what's the deficiency one has in the body? And that's what it is. So maybe a deficiency is in trace elements of whatever, that could be in the Irish moss. So that's what it is. So a lot of times, once you address the deficiency, it's going to help.
Yeah, yeah.
And as I say, iron is the key, sarsaparilla, burdock, yellow dock, little iron, things like red clover. Once you start drinking these things, first thing in the morning when you get up, you want to get some water inside the body.
Absolutely.
And hydrate yourself and wash yourself out. Drink it, try and warm it up. You don't have to just warm it up and drink 2, 3, 4 cups. If you could drink 5, 6 cups. If you're just starting that, you may get past 1 cup or 2 before you start feeling sick, because it's, it takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself drinking 4, 5, 6. And before you know it, before you leave the house, if you're going to work, you defecate about 3, 4 times.
Yeah.
And you're urinating.
Yep.
You're functioning, you're clicking, and you have energy. You wouldn't need stimulants. A lot of people eating food, but then why they still need stimulants after eating if you're supposed to get energy from the food? That means it's no electricity there. So if the food is electric, then it's just a belly full. You're just eating for pleasure, and it has no benefits to the body. So you feel full, but you have no energy. So now you have to reach for any one of those power drinks. You have to reach for. I'm not gonna call names to give nobody no plug. You understand? So you go for the power drinks and all these stimulants, which your body really do appreciate. So what it is like charging your phone. If you plug your phone into a socket unbeknownst to you and it doesn't have any electricity in there, and your phone was on 10%, and you say, okay, and you go about for half an hour thinking your phone charged. When you go back, you're not even going to see 10%. It might be down to 9.
Yep.
Well, that's it, because the program's running in the background. Because half the time we don't close anything down, so it's still working. So instead of it going up or even staying the same, it goes down.
Yep.
So it's the same thing with the food, because there was no electricity in the plug. So it doesn't do anything. So when you eat that food, you're eating belly full, you're feeding your belly, and your belly is never satisfied, just like a taste bud.
Yeah.
So we have to feed ourselves. And the only how we could feed ourselves, it is electric. Electric body, electric food. And that's where plants come in. Plant life all the way.
All the way. So, and that, how could the people reach out to you? Because I'm out here in Lancaster, California. I do yoni steaming for women. I do the teen steam because our girls are also having a lot of issues. So teen steam is also part of my thing. So I also do, like I said, the A steam. I do the ionic foot detox. I do a whole host of things that comprise of just the overall wellness of the male reproductive unit, the female womb area, and now you are talking about the foods and the electricity and getting the right minerals, not calories, the right minerals into the system. So how could the people that's listening get in contact with you, reach out to you, and let's just vibe this out?
Well, as you know, right now we kind of working on some things. So I could work, they could work through you.
Okay.
And we think, because pretty soon, as you know, we want to start to do something in California. I'm up here in New Jersey, and I wouldn't have the time to go back and forth to pull stuff and. So once we get things set up in California, things could be mainstream, and so they just think. But in the meantime, they could liaise with you. They could look at YouTube videos of Dr. Africa, Dr. Sebi. There's plenty of people out there. As soon as you type in these holistic things, so they would get different information and different perspective. They could educate themselves, and buy the herbs, whether it's from you or online or whatever, and start looking at the different health cooking shows, the vegan health cooking, plant-based cooking thing like Chef Enki, or you have people like Crush Foster doing the thing out there. You have people like Thai's Conscious Kitchen. It's a lot. Sometimes you're punching stuff. Everybody pops up.
Yeah.
And, you see different dishes, and people just had to change their mindset as to what they like, what they don't like, but to eat for health. And it's not so much doing it for longevity, but for quality of life. A lot of people think, like I tell people, they ask, so why are you doing this? You want to live longer, or you want to save the planet and all? I said, no, I'm not into none of them things. You understand? For one, length of days have nothing to do with me. I'm doing it for quality of life. And because it is this prescribed diet that I'm supposed to be eating based on my race or my ethnicity or background or whatever you want to call it. As Dr. Sebi coined that famous phrase, the gorilla doesn't eat the food of the polar bear. And so you have to fall in line as to who you are and what was designed, what the manufacturer designed for you to eat. Just like a car, you're not going to have a gas car and pull up and let them put diesel in it or whatever, you understand? So everything has a food on the planet. And so I followed that dictate. So that's what people had to do. So I do it for that reason. The planet, it's been here for billions of years, and we're going to be the first to go. The planet will be all right. You understand? The planet's going to be all right. In fact, anything we do, we the one going to be affected. And it's going to just shake us off and next, because it's been like that. So I'm doing it for quality of life. So if I live to be 60 years, I want to have 60 quality years, or 90 years, 90 quality years, as opposed to be some bumbling idiot or always in pain, or it's because you are what you eat.
And it's great to just get up and pain free. Yes.
And all that, although it's no guarantee that you would think, because it has some people who eat and drink poorly and they live, long and healthy, and so it have exceptions to the rule. So people who want to play devil's advocate and want to say the normal stuff like, man, my grandmother drink a shot of whiskey and eat bacon, and she lived to be 110 and all them things. Oh, fine, no problem. But you're not your grandmother or your grandfather or whoever. You understand? Go for luck and see for luck, as we say in Trinidad. So wherever your luck is, you are to roll with it. You understand? And
real.
Yeah. So I see Paul. I don't go for luck.
So, so as we come to the conclusion of our little meeting here, yes, we will be back again. What it is I'm walking away with from what it is you said is that you got to change your mindset. And in changing your mindset, you change your taste buds. So that is what we're going to close off with. Change your mindset, you change your taste buds. So to my brother, love, peace, increase in every aspect.
All right, peace.
Send me back a kiss. Send me back a kiss, man. What's wrong with
you? Can't tell me how to respond back to you. That's your way. You see? Everybody want to dictate to you how they think. No, I respond my way. You respond your way.
Okay.
You understand, man? Yeah, let everybody respond.
So I ain't gonna get no kiss?
No, you ain't got no kiss now. You understand? Because that was my response.
Okay, so what your response is gonna be?
I was saying to you, keep up the good work, Royal Womb. And you just took my train of thought out because you're trying to force me to and all them kind of things. No, you know. You understand? I could bow
Okay.
like steel on Stargate. You understand? Indeed, and we could bow. Everything don't have to be kiss and shake hand, and that's one
Well,
concept.
that's what I want, man. I don't
No,
want to
because that's
bow.
what you was taught. You was taught that way. But we don't have to kiss and shake hand and hug
Okay,
up and
fine.
them.
Whatever.
You
Whatever.
understand?
When we
Yeah,
see in person, I'll get my kiss. Fine, whatever.
yeah. You
All
may
right.
know. I might be told that. Anyway, it's a pleasure. You know, it's one love. I love you. Love mommy, Tashi. You know, let everybody know where you is. You're home, right?
Yeah, home. Of course,
Okay, so
I'm in the
tell
house
mommy.
talking to you. UNC what's in the background? You know it's a Trinity.
Yeah, I see the water thing and a plant. I see the snake plant. That's very good, you know.
That's your mother plant. Plus,
Yeah,
you got we Trinidadians, we gotta have it stacked, right?
yeah, I see. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the snake plant, you know. That really deals with snake venom and poison. It also bears a nice little flower there. It smells sweet. I don't know if following this beer, but it actually grows a flower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just got her this about a month ago. It was
yeah,
about like 2 months ago. It was a little baby and the leaves,
yeah, man.
you
Yeah,
watch it.
it's a very good it's a good herb too. It's good for different things.
Yeah.
All right. So we
Deuces
could talk.
later. All
All
right.
right. What we call it, internet land or podcast land. This is what a podcast.
We could call it whatever we want to call it.
Okay, podcast. It was nice.
Trini
You know,
vibes. How about that? Trini vibes.
Trinidad.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was nice talking to the people and the people who listening. Hope you could get something from it and don't take anything out of context or in context. Just take it for what it is. And just use what you could use from it. Okay. All
Thank
right.
you. Bye.
Peace out. I love you. Bye
Oh,
bye.
love you too. Bye.